For a long time, you carried the feeling that stopping meant failing. You learned to keep going even when you were tired, not just physically, but in the deeper places where exhaustion doesn't show on the surface. You told yourself rest would come later, when things were finished, when you were finally caught up, when you deserved it. But later kept moving. One evening, when the world felt unusually still, you found yourself walking without direction, not running, not searching, just moving forward because standing still felt too heavy. That was when you noticed it, a place that hadn't been there before. It didn't look extraordinary, no glowing signs, no grand entrance, just a quiet clearing, softly lit as though the light itself had decided not to rush. A bench rested beneath a tree. The air felt warm in a way that didn't ask anything of you. You hesitated. You were used to places that demanded effort, productivity, proof. This place did not. So you sat down. Nothing happened at first. No revelation, no sudden clarity, just the simple feeling of being allowed to stop without explanation. For the first time in a long while, your shoulders relaxed without being told to. You realized something then. Rest isn't a reward, it's a need. As the quiet settled around you, thoughts began to surface. Not the loud, urgent ones you wrestled with every day, but gentler truths you had been too busy to hear. You had been doing your best. You had survived things you never thought you would. You were allowed to pause without losing progress. Healing didn't feel like becoming someone new. It felt like remembering that you were human. In that place, you didn't have to be strong. You didn't have to have answers. You didn't have to keep proving your worth. You simply existed, and that was enough. Time passed differently there, not measured in minutes, but in breath, in stillness, in the slow return of kindness toward yourself. When you eventually stood to leave, the place didn't disappear. It didn't need to. You understood something important. That place wasn't somewhere you had stumbled upon. It was something you could return to any time you gave yourself permission. And as you walked back into the world, carrying the same responsibilities, the same uncertainties, you felt lighter. Not because everything was solved, but because you no longer believed you had to carry everything alone. Before the story closes, I want to quietly share this. If you're someone who enjoys creating small moments of calm like this, with a journal nearby, a warm light, or a book that invites you to slow down, I've placed a few optional links in the description below. They're simply tools that pair well with quiet reflection and self-care. You never need them to enjoy the stories, but they help support this channel and allow more gentle stories like this to exist. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Thank you for being here and for listening. For more calming, meaningful stories about healing, self-care, and emotional wellness, like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified when new stories are shared here at the Webbed Quill.